Yes, sir. Welcome back to another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, you know the voice, you know the guys, me, really rough, villain rough, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. I could have told you exactly. I mean, verbatim. I could have told you exactly how tonight was going to go. Exactly. I could have told you exactly how tonight was going to go because it never fails. It never fails. On my best of nights of betting, the Knicks find a way to ruin my night. It's crazy. How does that happen? The days that I have my best days of betting are ruined because of the New York Knicks. I refuse to get emotionally invested into the Knicks. Like I refuse. I can't tell you. Matter of fact, when is the last time the Knicks lost a game and I was like real live mad? Like I was really, really mad because I'm used to the Knicks losing at this point. Even when they're good, I'm used to the Knicks losing. Uh I'd have to say the last time I was really, really mad the Knicks lost a game. It was that time that they were up 24 points against the Brooklyn Nets that had KD, Kyrie. I don't think James Harden played that game. Or no. KD and Kyrie. I don't think any of the big three played that game. Yeah, none of the big three played that game. And it was Cam Thomas that had some crazy 20 something points in the second half or something like that. And he stole the game. Random regular season game that caught me up in emotions. That was a little while ago. But outside of that, I really don't get mad at Knicks losses. Oh, I was mad. I was mad. I am. I'm better now though. I'm better now. Because I mean, I guess I swept the board on the day. I would have traded all in to see Howley look dumb after pulling that choke celebration and the game ended up not being over. Would have gave it all up for that. Brunson went over 28.5 points in a dominant effort that ended up in a loss. TJ McConnell went over 9.5 points in assists because the Knicks can't guard him. Courtney Williams spammed out like 5 rebounds to get us over the total in the last 4 minutes of the game. So shout out to her cashing that 11.5 RA prop. The Sparks and Mercury continue the scoring. They go over on the points there. And Kelsey Plum with some very, very clutch buckets at the end of the game to get us over 22.5 points. Well, would you look at that? I finished the week 8-16 last week. And here I am, 11-3. Wow. Interesting. Crazy thing about them tables. Crazy thing about them tables. I ain't even gonna say it because you know me. I jinx things. I don't like jinx things. So hopefully, we continue to. I mean, you see the record. I don't have anything to say about it. I don't like to talk too much and mess up what I got going on. So let's just continue what we're doing here, and I can give you out some more plays for today. We've got one NBA Western Conference Finals game, and we've got a couple of WNBA games on the slate. So with that, before I talk about all of that, I have to talk to you guys about the Dennis Rodman signed jersey contest. If you haven't gotten into it, you can get into it right now. All you got to do is subscribe over there to the Betting Pros YouTube channel, comment on any Fast Break Bets video. That's it. And you will have a chance to win that Dennis Rodman signed jersey. Beautiful. Look at that. Chicago Bulls Rodman signed. And his signature looks cool. Like you could tell, okay, that looks like that says Dennis Rodman, not like, some other people that you clearly can't tell what it says. Subscribe to Betting Pros YouTube channel. Comment on any Fast Break Bets video, and that's your chance to win this Dennis Rodman signed jersey. All right. Let's see here. Let's start with the Western Conference Finals. OKC's up 1-0. Still at home here, going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay, I was very much right on Julius Randle. I may still run that back. I'm debating. This is why I'm debating. Because you see what went wrong for Minnesota. They took like some 50 something threes and didn't hit anything. And OKC was getting inside the paint, getting to the foul line. I think the adjustment is, hey, maybe let's not take 50 plus threes this time around. Maybe let's play some bully ball and get inside. So the only reason I'm concerned about Julius Randle this time is because Julius Randle was incredibly hot from three. He was 5 for 6. He could have kept shooting 53s. And as long as you're shooting that percentage, then you could keep on shooting. But everybody else wasn't hitting nothing. So I think they make an adjustment. I think they go and they start trying to get inside the paint, try to get to the foul line, get fouled, and drive a lot more. So I know he had a bad game one, but the numbers are still good. I'm going to run him back for game two. Give me Naz Reid over 10.5 points here. I know. I know, but it's really, really hard to go 1 for 11. As hard as it is to go perfect from the field, it's equally as hard to be that bad from the field when you're actually trying to score basketball. He couldn't hit anything from three, shot 7 threes, and didn't make any. I think that regresses. I also think that instead of shooting 7 threes, he actually drives inside the paint more. That's the adjustment. Hey, let's get Naz Reid inside the paint more because we're going to need the backup scoring coming off the bench from him. So 10.5 points in a bounce back game against OKC, who he's had a good matchup with. He's been over this in 4 of the last 5 against OKC. I like this matchup. I understand it didn't work game one. Let's zigzag here. I know Randall worked out game one. Let's pivot over to Naz Reid here. Naz Reid have a big game two. That's amazing for me. So I like Naz Reid here over 10.5 points. Play number one. Play number two. Going to and that's also a prop bet cheat sheet. That's a prop bet cheat sheet play. Naz Reid prop bet cheat sheet is really really big on Naz Reid here today. 10.5 points. They have him projected for 13.4 and a 67% cover probability over there at BettingPros. So the BettingPros prop bet cheat sheet really does like Naz Reid here today. All right, now let's see. Let's get to the WNBA because I have the Indiana Fever going on the road, going to play the Atlanta Dream. Fever laying 3, totals at 173.5. They just played this game. Last game, the Atlanta Dream got the win on the road. I talked about it, and I said, it's a deja vu game. I'm supposed to take the dog. I should have took the dog. I could have cashed the plus 9.5, the money line. I should have took the dog. I didn't listen to the deja vu principles, and I literally was up here talking about the deja vu principles. Didn't listen. Guess what I'm finna do right now? Back the deja vu principles. Because what does deja vu principles say? Get this back-to-back game set. The dog wins the first game. You take the favorite in the points in the second game because the favorite comes back. They make adjustments. They play better defense. It's the favorite in the points, and it's the under. I took Fever laying 3. So that's the play here. I still do think that the Fever can turn up the noise defensively here in this game. I feel like I saw it in that Chicago Sky game. I saw it in little tiny spurts in that Atlanta Dream game. I think both teams turn up the notch defensively the second time around. I actually do think the under is a pretty good play here. I stuck with Fever laying 3 though. And I think that because I think that if this is a lower scoring game, a defensive game, I think that plays more into the hand of the Fever that playing out of the half court. All right, bet I know the Fever like to run, but they can slow it down and play out of the half court as well. And so it's going to be on Stephanie White, though. She's going to have to draw up some really good plays, but that's also why I really do kind of like the Fever. Like, I mean, the under. As more and more and more I talk about it, I should have added the under to this card. I already made the slide. I probably added maybe as a best bet play for the day on the Betting Pros app. Go check over there on that Betting Pros app. But as I talk about it, I like the under more and more because the Fever not as good in the half court as they are running up and down in transition. I do think the game's going to slow down and play out of the half court. So the Fever are going to have to get some good offensive sets going. But man, that's where I love the 2-man game with the Leah Boston and Caitlin Clark. That gets going. You can play some ISO Kelson Mitchell sometimes that can get going. But like, I really do think that they'll be able to do enough here. And if they play the style of defense, I think that the Dreams defense is going to break down eventually. Like, I think if this becomes a defensive effort and this goes stop for stop, stop for stop, stop for stop, at some point the Atlanta Dream are going to forward. I just don't think they're that that good of a defensive team, and they kind of showed it in the first two games, giving up 90 points in both games, despite having a win in the second game. So I question the Dream defensively. As of right now, I still do think the Fever have that mode. Stephanie White, defensive head coach. She can coach up the defense. Another one here. Back to back game set. You are supposed to take the under. You're supposed to take the favorite here. Officially, I'm on the favorite. I'll probably end up having to play on the under as well because deja vu principles. It hit favorite. I mean, dog and over hit in the first game. So I'm supposed to go favorite and under here. So uh, I probably will end up getting that under bet down. But for right now, official play, Indiana Fever get a bounce back win here, lane 3. I like the short number here in Atlanta. They've been very, very good in Atlanta Dream against the Atlanta Dream recently, winning 4 of their last 5 games. That last loss being, well, really 5 of the last 6, and then that last loss being the first win in 4 games or in 5 games for the Atlanta Dream. So, all right. With that being said, in that same game, guess what hit? Aaliyah Boston double double. Guess what I still like in this game? Aaliyah Boston double double. I know I played the points and rebounds last time. I'm playing double double here because I do think that, okay, maybe we see some Bree Jones and Brittany Griner take a little different defensive approach here for Aaliyah Boston, maybe try to get her off her spot, but she's still really good against this team. She's still really strong rebounding the basketball. I don't have any issue of her getting to 10 rebounds, and I really think the 10 points is kind of easy for her as well, playing with alongside Caitlin Clark. It just takes a couple of those pick and rolls and Caitlin to get her the ball and let her be able to make a move, and Aaliyah Boston is scoring. So I feel really, really good about this. This is still at plus 130 right now. I think Aaliyah Boston probably should be closer to, I wouldn't say maybe laying money yet, but like really, really close. Like honestly, I probably would lay like minus 105 if you told me it was minus 105 or something like that with Aaliyah Boston. Like I feel pretty confident about her getting the 10 rebounds and 10 points here. I think a double double is well in the range of possibilities for her. So give me Aaliyah Boston in this same game to get a double double at plus 130. All right. Now let's get into the last game of the night. My New York Liberty going up on the road against the Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky are 0-1. Liberty 1-0. Chicago Sky catching 11.5 at home. Totals at 163. So the thing I'm concerned about is you guys know I like Liberty, been a fan for a while. The Chicago Sky randomly gives the Liberty games. Very annoying. It's actually kind of competitive on both ends. Like when the Sky were a good team, the Liberty weren't. They randomly gave the Sky a game, and when the Sky were a bad team and the Liberty are a good team, the Sky randomly gave the Liberty a good game. So I'm not going to mess around with the spread, even though I think the Liberty probably should win here comfortably. I don't know if Chicago can score the basketball, to be honest. And honestly, maybe that's the way. I should have probably played this. Should I have played this backwards? No, I like the angle I took on it. Yeah, I like the angle I took on it. Give me the New York Liberty team total over 87.5 here. I think they're going to be able to score basketball. I'm not really sure if the Chicago Sky are a good defensive team yet here. They gave up 90 to the first game to the Fever. I think that in this spot, I don't know who's going to be able to keep up with Natasha Cloud when she's pushing the pace with this Liberty team, because that's how the Liberty want to play. They want to play fast. They want to get you to go up and down, up and down, up and down with them. And Natasha Cloud is so good at pushing the pace, pushing the pace, pushing the pace. And that makes her this perfect fit. Whereas Courtney Vandersloot playing a little bit slower. Maybe trying to, hey, all right, let's slow things down. Let's play at the half court. Now, that could be an Achilles heel for them in this game. The Chicago Sky might try to slow things down, but I think that the Liberty very good at forcing turnovers on defense, and that's going to be able to get the offense moving and jolting. I think points off the turnover are going to be really, really good in this game. I think it's going to be a dominant performance here, and I'm getting 87.5, which feels like a little bit of a discount for how good I think the Liberty offense is and how bad I really don't think that how undisciplined I think the Chicago Sky are defensively still. So I like the New York Liberty to go over 87.5 here. If you would like if you're one of these people that don't like taking overs in the WNBA, I do think Chicago Sky team total under is interesting. Now the pace could kind of mess that up, but I don't know if the Sky can score. I didn't want to give them too much hate because I've only seen them for one game, but I'm pretty sure the Liberty are still a good offense. So I'm pretty sure the Liberty are going to score here regardless. I'm just not really I'm not really understanding the Sky's offense right now. So I don't know if they're good or bad yet. I got to get a little bit more of a sample size, but I do feel good about the Liberty. That's why I took the Liberty team total over. So those are the plays for you today. Whoa, those are the winning plays. Naz Reid over 10.5 points. Fever laying 3. Aaliyah Boston double double plus 130. And the New York Liberty over 87.5 points. All right. With that, I'm at really real underscore underscore. Make sure you give me a follow on X at Betting Pros on X and TikTok at Betting Pros NFL on Instagram at youtube.com/Betting Pros, where you can once again subscribe, like, have a chance to win that really cool Dennis Rodman signed jersey. With that, that is it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just gonna go like this. Kind of jump starts my really, really good days here. So I don't know if that's what's going to happen or not. I hope not. Let's see what happens with the rest of this week. We are out of here.